Hello everybody, this is Daniel. This is My Haunted Diary Communion. If you haven't tuned in before, fill you in on what we've got going on here. We've got a 3-stage process, and this is the first stage. On Saturday nights at 6 p.m. every week we go on live, do a little live stream, and see who's out there that may want to communicate. The idea being that forces on the other side will get used to us reaching out at this time. They will know that we're listening, and they're going to use this opportunity to reach back. The second part of it is that I take the audio and any data we've covered for the week, and I review it and see what I can pull out of that and see what there is that we may have missed during these sessions. Spur of the moment is what it is. When I do the review, you find a lot of things that you don't hear up front. Third part of the process is our YouTube channel. On there we've got posts of the videos as they have been edited, as they've been put together with the findings and the results. So 3-stage process. Make sure you check it out, all the stages, and by all means, if you get a chance, go over, check out our YouTube page, hit like, hit subscribe, be part of the action, be part of the experiment. So if you were here with us last week, you probably know that we did actually go on a remote. We went to the Traverse City State Hospital. It was very difficult. It was cold. It was very, very cold, 28 degrees. For what we persevered through, it actually came out pretty well. We did get quite a lot of evidence and a lot of data. Am I going to go back out in 28 degrees? No. We're in a nice, warm 72.8 degree studio right now. And maybe next week it will be warm enough that we'll go out there. But, daylight savings time changes tonight. So it'll be a lot lighter later in the evening. It'll be a little easier to do some remotes and stuff. So from here on out, we're going to try to do some of those. I'm not going to promise, but next week we will probably be broadcasting live from somewhere. We did the state hospital, had some great results. We also did a session after our live cast with the Echovox, and again, some fantastic results. I've got one of the best clips that I've ever gotten out of the Echovox came through down there at the state hospital. So that's really great. We're back in the studio. We're back kind of to basics. Tonight I'm going to run with my Echovox because I've got some specific questions I want to toy around with a little bit. We've learned a lot of things in the first 10 episodes about who we might be communicating with, and it gives me some ideas for some different kinds of questions that I want to ask that will maybe help us to, in the future, make that connection better. And so I really want to use my most basic, most simple tool, and that is the Echovox, which always works very well for me. We do have a few new apps that I do want to try out in the next few weeks, so maybe next weekend we'll give one of those a shot. We'll see what we can do. But for tonight, we're going to go with the Echovox. We're going to do the session, and we're going to see if we can ask some particular questions. If anyone out there has a question they'd like to ask, throw it at us. Stephanie can let me know, and we will see if we can ask that question. So, stage is set. We've got our copper quartz rock helping to bring in some spirit energy. We've got our Melmeter set up with the REM pod function, which you may have noticed I bumped a little bit during the intro. The best thing that I really like about this is, as far as K2s and things like that, a lot of different things can set them off. I've only ever really got interaction with the REM a few times because you generally have to break the field. I'm sure there are scientifically some different ways that could happen that could be a natural explanation, but I do like this feature because it would indicate to me that something is most likely in the presence of this. We've got one of our young ladies tonight. She wanted to come and hang out this time because I think she's a little jealous of her sisters, and so she's like, no, tonight's the night. So with that, I think we will get going here. As everyone knows, I like to be in contact with Echovox. I do use the classic system. I do prefer that one. I feel more in tune with it. Again, a little bit about Echovox is, to me, this is like almost a psychic crutch, I like to call it. I like to open the Echovox up to interpretation by my psyche as to what I hear, and hopefully we all hear the same thing. It doesn't always work that way. Pareidolia causes us to hear things when sometimes there's nothing there. But I feel like the human component with this is what makes this fascinating to me and what comes through. So we're going to start on Bank A. I like to start out with Bank A and then smoothly sail into Bank B, where I feel like I usually get a lot clearer answers. So we're going to start out, and here we go. We are recording the session so we can play it back. Hello everyone. Saturday. We're reaching out. We're reaching out to see who might be here to communicate with us. I'm feeling very open tonight. I feel this would be a great opportunity for you to come through and talk to us. This is Daniel. We've talked many times. Do you have a name? Who am I talking to? We've been doing this for quite a few weeks, and we've been getting some very interesting stuff coming through. We like to try to talk to TimeStream. Is there anyone from TimeStream present with us tonight? Yes? No? Maybe. No, we have a maybe. Can't make up our mind. If you're with TimeStream, can you tell us anything about yourself? Tell us anything about TimeStream, how it works. One message you've really gotten across to us over the last few weeks is that hope is very important, and that hope defines the bridge. And the bridge is what we want to have to communicate with you. We want to facilitate that. We want to have the best connection we can. So how do we bring hope to that building of that bridge? What is hope? What is hope to us? What is hope to the human race? Are there other things that would make it easier to communicate? Is there another device that we could use to talk to you? What about the environment we're in? Should we change the environment? Can we change the environment to make communication easier? I always like to reach out with our station number 49620 and see if you have a station number. This would help us to understand if maybe we were talking to TimeStream. Do you have a number? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch to banks. Bank B. Is Kevin here with us tonight? Kevin, can you say hello to us, please?
Hi.
Hi. Kevin seems to be kind of our invisible production assistant. He's been here most all of our weeks. He seems to come through for us.
Yeah.
And the more I talk with him, the more I feel he is probably with TimeStream and probably maybe our facilitator. Kevin, what can you tell us?
Understood.
Something about dead, maybe?
I thought they were understood.
Understood? Stephanie thinks it was understood. We're really looking and reaching out. We're looking for knowledge. We're looking to understand you, whoever you might be. That sounded like Kevin's voice. So we're looking for your knowledge, for ways to open ourselves up to the universe. If there was one place that I should go where I'm going to get my best communication with spirit or extraterrestrial or extra dimensional, where should I go?
Like lake something.
Stephanie thought she had lake something. Can you repeat what you said, please? Where should I go to? Interesting. Just gonna throw this in there just for a loop. Who killed John F. Kennedy? What really happened at Roswell? Does Time Stream use machinery or equipment like we do to communicate? Or is it more like a psychic connection? Not sure what that said, but that was cool. I hate to interrupt, there's like a lot going on there. Can you reach us physically from where you're at? Did you live on Earth at one time? Well, that was a little bit of cussing, I believe. You sounded a little bit upset there. What was upsetting you? We're really trying to understand if there's just a direction you could point us in clearly of what we should do next. What will help to use the hope as a bridge to communicate? Like I said, if there's something we need to do with equipment and whatever, we're willing to try whatever it will take to help with this connection. Ghost is what we look for. Are you a ghost? I guess we're very curious as to whether we're talking with humans who lived on Earth or someone else. The living? Are you living? If you're living, where do you live? Something playing again. You live on a planet? Are you on the same planet as I am? If we're on the same planet, is there a way for us to meet you? I would love to meet you if you could tell us the time and place. Is there anyone you would like to reach besides me? What about frequency? Does frequency affect our connection? What is your best way to contact me? Okay, we are going to have to wrap up pretty quick here. I feel like we probably got a lot of information there for me to go over. I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to count us down. In 3, 2, 1. Good night. I thank you for your input. Whew. All right. I feel like there was probably a lot there. I was hearing bits and pieces, but nothing that I could really make out on the fly. So again, as I go through the recorder, I'm going to be able to get a better understanding of maybe what went on there. I would love to have some clues as to how we can make this better, how we can reach out and maybe even meet in person. You know, people have allegedly met beings from different places. I'm all on board for it. So if they want to give us a place, they want to give us a time, I'm going to be there. So, and I'll bring you guys along too. So that'll be cool. We'll all just kind of go together. You'll have my back, right? Right. But that's, you know, again, just reaching out, trying to figure out these ideas of how to build this bridge. And honestly, I want to say, like the last few weeks, my ideas are constantly formulating, constantly changing, and I've really come up with some different concepts as to maybe what we're dealing with in a lot of paranormal instances. And I want to keep exploring that and see if I can get any feedback from this other side on some of my theories. So one of these weeks we may have to just sit here and chit chat, and I will bore you guys to death with like all of this that goes on up here. We'll see. But I think that's it for tonight as far as the Echo Box. I think we got some really good stuff. I'm going to go through that. Boom, we're going to edit that all together. Going to be up on YouTube, and you're going to be able to listen to it and be like, wow, that was so cool. I'm so glad I was there for that live show and I get to hear this. So with that, I think I am just going to go to the wrap up. Don't think I've forgotten anything. So I am just going to go ahead and wrap up. I am going to say good night. I'm going to say I hope it's warmer weather the next time we get outside, so my fingers still hurt from last week. So thank you very much for tuning in, and you have a great night, have a great week. See you next time. Good night.